You should fire your agency. Black Friday edition, volume 2. Now, in volume 1, we talked about why running a site-wide sale or discounting your products is actually a really, really bad idea and can be fundamentally a liability to you even being in business by Q4 next year. And why, if anybody that you're doing business with, if their response to you saying, hey, look, we actually want to stay in business, we don't really give a damn about our Facebook metrics being in line because we've got bigger goals than making you feel good about doing your job. If their response is to say, you know what, we don't respect you, we don't care about you, or they don't know enough to actually be able to respond to that conversation. So volume 2, we're getting into, well, what are you supposed to do instead of running site-wide discounts? And in volume 3, we're going to talk about why this is a bigger issue in tanking your business long-term outside of just devaluing your customers and training them to disrespect you and putting the vanity metrics of your partner above the business success of your $1 million baby. So let's get into it. Volume 2, here we go. By the way, I want to say thank you. If you enjoy this type of thing, you can go ahead and subscribe. If you've got questions, go ahead and drop them in here. And if you don't trust your agency, or you've been burned by agency after agency after agency, or if you're just like, you know what, I want to learn how to fish. I want to know how to do these things so that when I'm interviewing folks and when I'm making business relationships, I actually know what I'm doing so that I can have a conversation with this person and I'm willing to invest in that solution. There's a link below for you to get an application to the Facebook Ads MBA program, which is something that I've been doing for a long, long time to help 7- and 8-figure businesses know how to take the power back so that they can be successful by learning what the best marketers in the world do, not necessarily the most popular business owners in the marketing space do, who absolutely don't know fucking anything about what they're supposed to do. If you don't want to be 3 or 4 years behind and be running the things that you shouldn't have done 3 or 4 years ago as breaking news inside of Facebook ads, this might be the best fit for you. So all of that being said, let's get into it. So you've decided that, you know what, the idea of paying more money to get less revenue, to get a higher volume of customers where I cannot fulfill the orders, and then train that customer to disrespect me and pollute my customer pool to reduce my LTV and ultimately tank my business is something I don't want to do. Well, telling you the house is on fire but not giving you a solution is a bad idea, right? So let's get to a solution. What should you do? Upsell bundles as your primary offer and subscription models. The point here is, let's get a higher AOV. Let's get the revenue you want from fewer customers. Let's have fewer boxes that need to go to fewer people and actually make more money. Now, as we know that the advertising costs are going up, why not compete with that by getting more revenue for our sales? If we know that devaluing the customer is the brand in our customers' eyes is bad for us because they're never going to pay full price next time, why not add more value so that customer actually has a great relationship with us and would love to pay full price next time, or buy another high price bundle? Why not make a relationship designed to have a long LTV with that customer instead of saying we're going to compete on price because apparently we don't know who the fuck Jeff Bezos is? If you want to be successful in this space, you have to be able to understand how to run a business successfully. Now, if you're watching this video and this has been appealing to you in any way, you're probably in a situation where you're doing pretty damn good, and mazel tov to you. I'm just trying to help you make sure that you're surrounding yourself with business partners who give a fuck about your bottom line nearly as much as you do. So, what are you supposed to do? Well, the number one thing that I suggest is, instead of reducing your price, bundle your way up. Now, if you know your average LTV of a customer is, say, $120, and your average product is, say, $50, instead of taking that $50 product and discounting it to, say, I don't know, $35, why not offer a $120 bundle? My point here is, if you can sell that $35 thing for $20 on ads costs, and maybe it costs you $10 with product and shipping, you make $5 on the sale. If you can sell a $120 thing for, say, $60 with $20, $25, $30 of product costs and shipping, by the way, much more realistic number than you getting the 10, you're making $30 on that sale. 35. The point is, or 25, whatever side of that math you want to take. The point is, why not make more money developing customers who value you much more highly, where you don't need to satisfy nearly as many customers, and you're getting the average customer LTV up front. And if they buy a second product, boom, you've just massively improved the LTV of all of your customers. And if you're able to do that at a customer acquisition rate that basically matches the downtimes of the year, then you basically just raised your EBITDA by like 50% on your paid media from Facebook. Isn't that a good thing? My point here is, if you want to increase your earnings and increase your longevity and do top and bottom line growth metrics and continue to see success long term, you're not going to be able to play the zero-sum game of lowest cost. You've already lost that. The world has lost that to Jeff Bezos. What you need to do is say higher value. This isn't a new concept. Have you ever noticed that there's these things on television back in the day where it was like a commercial, but it lasted like half an hour, and like 8 to 12 minutes into it, they had this wonderful tagline: but wait, there's more. And what was that? But wait, there's more. It was, I'm not going to sell you this knife, which you may or may not give a shit about. I'm going to give you this knife plus 4 other ones, plus the little block thing that it comes in, plus this little bag for it and this little mat. And I'm going to give you 2 of them. I'm going to make it, instead of charging you $20, I'm going to make it 3 easy payments of $49.99. Instead of struggling to get you to pay $25, I've got you clamoring to pay $1.50. That business model is ridiculously successful. And fun fact, the biggest player in that market, Guthrie Ranker, the vice president of Guthrie Ranker, who used to spend $100 million a year on television with the attribution model of 5 minutes after the airing, was one of my great mentors and really taught me a lot about this stuff. And we've done this thing for a lot of brands, and how to take what you want to sell somebody and package it into something that your customer actually wants to have from you, so that their excitement about getting as much value from you as possible outweighs the additional cost, because most people aren't concerned about cost. Most people aren't trying to find the lowest price, shittiest thing. And if they are, you already lost that sale. Most people want something that they can trust, that they value, that they're going to be able to use, that is going to be a good buy for them. If you're not designing your offers to meet that Maslow's hierarchy of needs of your customer, what you are doing is investing a lot of time and energy in tanking the success of your business. There's really no gray area. Join me for Volume 3, where we talk about why, especially in Q4, this is going to be one of the most fundamental issues, and why you might not be a business, or at least being able to even advertise on Facebook by next summer, if you still rely on discounts for Black Friday and the holiday season. Until then, go ahead and subscribe. YouTube thinks you might like a couple of these things here. Until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Bye.